Haha, what is up? It's that time of the month again.
Pizza time.
No, silly. It's a podcast. Episode 4 of the JFM podcast show thing. Still haven't got an official name for it, guys. Very strange, I know. But boy, do I have some funny stuff to tell you guys. Oh boy. I'm not even gonna to list the whole agenda here because I want things to go as a surprise, because as soon as I say something, you'll probably be like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna listen to that, and click out of here, making me all depressed. So I just came back from bowling. It's like right now it's 10, no, not 10, but 11:15 at night. So yep. Every Friday I go bowling right now because I'm in a league, and I'm not a very good bowler. Like let's see, my last game, which was today, my highest score was 117 points plus 107 handicap. That's 224 points. I got a 107 handicap. That's because I'm a terrible bowler, but I'm getting better. Don't you worry. Pretty much in the near future, I'll be a pro. I'll probably bowl a 300 game when I'm just about maybe my 50s. I don't know. So, I mean, if bowling still exists. Yeah. I don't have to bowl next week because we're doing this whole rotation thing because our team is kind of big. So yeah, I've bowled the most. I bowled for 4 weeks in a row. Yeah. So in the 5th week, I don't have to come. So that's good. It makes me. I want to have more time with my comic, especially with an episode 9. Episode 9. Jesus, I really want to get that done. Especially this month, because it's October, man. October, it's a scary Halloween theme month, because Halloween's on the 31st. Yeah, on a Thursday. Yeah. No. And speaking of which, I really don't think I'm going to make a Halloween special this month, guys, or this year. Because, I got no time, and I have no idea what to do. I don't know who to face. I don't know who to fight. Besides, my Halloween specials aren't really that Halloween-y to begin with. I mean, last year, I fought Morpheus again with Jason's cousin? Mason. So, yeah, if you haven't watched that video, just click on JFM's Halloween Special 2012 Halloween Special in my other channel, JFM Studio. Speaking of which, with the whole YouTube channels, YouTube keeps making these dumb changes. Like I have to click or connect my YouTube channel to a Google Plus account or something like that, which completely deletes my profile picture. My profile picture that I had ever since I started is gone. I think I still have it in my laptop, but I'll try to recover it. I'll try. If you click on JFM Studio, all you'll see is that standard default blank picture that YouTube always has, and Facebook and all these stupid social media sites. I'll get to Facebook in a little while. Later, I don't know. But yeah, the Halloween special, I'm not gonna do that this year. Instead, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about drawing some violent pictures. Or violent, scary pictures. It's nothing too dramatic with the violent stuff, but I don't know. It's horrific violent pictures that has to do involving my characters. I don't know if I'll make them all J&T characters because I don't know. Many of you wouldn't want to see Taylor getting tortured or anything like that. And it's not. He's not getting tortured. I mean, he's just getting his flesh eaten by bacteria. That's it. He's not getting tortured like in Hostel or Saw or anything like that. No. I mean, we'll see it. We'll see those drawings. Don't worry. They're supposed to be shocking, Yet I kind of the last time I drew a very violent, shocking picture was like over 3 years ago, and that was when my teacher, Robbie Gilbert, yeah, he's a cartoonist too, but he told me a very valuable lesson. He told me in order to make things scary, he said the most scariest things are the things you don't see. Instead of you hear them but you don't see them in movies and junk. So I kind of went all out and actually showed the violent stuff. He told me that things are very scary when you don't see them. Like in the shower scene in the movie Psycho, the original Psycho, when that woman got stabbed to death in the shower. I mean, you don't see her with all the wounds and everything. You just see her scream, the silhouette of the knife, close-ups of her face, and then later you'll see blood, going down the drain. But it's black and white, so it's not that scary. It could be ketchup for all we know. I don't know. Okay, I'm going over 6 minutes talking about dumb stuff. Forget the dumb stuff. Let's talk about the weather. Fairbanks weather has been okay so far. I mean, it snowed. It snowed for a little while, guys. Oh my gosh. It's kind of unusual to snow in September. Yet, the snow didn't stick. I mean, I'm still sticking to my October 13th bet where the snow is officially going to stick. So, yeah, last year it was October 15th. But this year it's going to be the 13th. Because usually we first have our real snowfall on a weekend. And the 13th will be on a Sunday. I remember when I was a kid looking out Sunday morning and Saturday morning around October. And then I see a whole bunch of snow on the ground. I would get so excited. Right now it's just, I don't know. A good thing. I mean, I'm so thankful that winter is approaching, because that means the bees are dead. I did not get stung by a bee this year. And I would not, and hopefully I will not get stung by one next year. Knock on wood. So, you know me and my bees, the bastards. I hate them. But yeah, weather has been is stabilizing. With the whole. It's kind of cold, but cloudy days. That's it. Okay, recent drawings. Many of you guys have seen the Jane drawing, the Jane model sheet. That is cool, very cool, that I have finished that. I'm looking at it right now. I'm happy how it turned out, except, her breast has got a little too big on the formal dress, and the swimsuit. And she's a bit too curvy. I'll get to those details later. I mean, compared to what you saw in the video and what you saw on DeviantArt, I mean, you see Jane with her bra, instead of that her pajama shirt, and I don't know. So it's like I feel a little ashamed of that. But I just had to put the bra there in case somebody had to draw her bra. A little fan art. It's like, hey JFM, I drew Jane just wearing her bra and panties, and I'm like. No. She doesn't wear bra and panties like that. It's kind of pathetic, I know. I just want to put them there, just because. I'll get to that. I'll get to more details about my female characters later. So, yeah, recent drawings. I got that one collage done from Somerville with Love. That's supposed to be the cover of the J&T Quickies. I think it's going to be the cover for the 2014 calendar too. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get to the real podcast stuff. I'm done with the intro. How long did I take on the intro? Like almost 10 minutes. Only man. So, what J&T related topic am I going to talk about today? Well, I want to share with you guys some clips, some sound clips from different TV shows and video games or movies, and show you guys how I imagine some Jeff and Taylor characters to sound like. Now, the voice the voice clips that I'm going to show you guys are kind of you know the whole purpose is to listen to the voice, not what they say, because for example, I'm going to show you guys Jeff's voice, for example, but he'll probably say some things that Jeff wouldn't probably say, you know. So, yeah, let's get this started. J&T voices. The first voice I'm gonna show is Jeff's voice, which is Danny Phantom, and Danny Phantom is voiced by David Kaufman, I believe. I don't know. I haven't got the clip yet. I'll put it all together in post. But David Kaufman is famous for Danny Phantom, Fenton, yeah, or Danny Phantom, however you like to call him. He's famous for that, and Marty McFly on Back to the Future, the video game that came out like a couple years ago. So I might pull one of those out, and we get to listen to Jeff's voice. Here we go.
Hey, considering you just took my dad's ghost shield, you think maybe you could be a little sympathetic?
Man, that's a relief. Oh no, this isn't good.
I'm not crazy! Whoa, is this homework done all the way through next semester? If I pass out, I give you permission to not resuscitate me. Suffering spooks. Suffering spooks? Oh man, I am becoming my dad.
Amazing. Simply amazing. Yeah, that's how I imagine him to sound like. I mean, it's not official. I mean, I don't know if David Kaufman would accept my offer to voice Jeff if Jeff and Taylor becomes an animated series or something like that. I would love to. I would love to have him, voice Jeff or something. Okay, next is Taylor. For Taylor, it's kind of hard to decide because I imagine Taylor to sound a little bit more mature than Jeff, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, I don't want Taylor to have a too deep voice or too high or something like that. I mean, these boys, both Jeff and Taylor, have to sound like young boys rather than deep voiced teenagers or high-pitched boys or something like that. High-pitched youngsters. None of that. I mean, what I'm showing you is how I imagine. And for Taylor's voice, it's Captain N. I forgot what Captain N's voice actor is, but I'm sure I'll look it up, maybe. But yeah, here's Taylor.
You guys aren't real. You're just so many computer bytes in my game cartridges. Wow, they're real. You mean like Warp Zone 4 and Super Mario Brothers? If that princess got us into this mess, maybe she can get us out. What a concept.
All right. Oh, Jane. Jane's voice. This is perfect for Jane. I mean, I got it from this one anime called Abunabashi Magical Shopping Arcade, and there's this one girl who has a southern accent, and I can just imagine Jane to sound just like her. I mean, the southern accent is slight, it's kind of subtle. It's not stereotypical southern accent, like yee-haw, burn my britches, finer than a frog's hair. That's more like Lily, I'm not going to show Lily's voice because I'll take anything for Lily as long as you sound southern and as long as you sound like a southern woman, a young southern belle, then you're perfect for the job. Okay. So here's Jane. This is Jane's voice.
I really like this town. Everyone's so warm and cheery and kind. No matter where I go, there's no way I'll ever find a town that I love more than this place. That's why people are always saying you're still a kid. Don't tell me you're planning on staying in the same place for the rest of your life. I've been thinking, I want to keep going farther and farther. I want to go as far as I can while I'm still alive. Europe, Africa, Antarctica, and I definitely want to go into space.
Sweet. Alright, David. David's voice, oh boy, for the longest time, I imagined David to sound just like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I mean, that's kind of where his inspiration came from, is Carl. He has the same accent as Carl. But, you know, he's not that old. You know, Carl is like, what, in his 40s or something? So David is like a young guy. I know in a comic it says he's 19, but officially I think I might make him like in his early 20s or something like that. Like 22. Because, you know, I want David to have some fun in the bar. And you can't have fun in the bar when you're 19. You're not allowed in the bar. So, with David, I kind of imagine him to have the same voice as Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, that same New York, Brooklyn accent or something like that. But I couldn't find any decent clips of... I couldn't find any clips of Joey speaking on YouTube. So that sucks. It's usually some stupid AMV. But yeah, I have an alternative. Comedian Brian Regan. And for a short while, Brian Regan has this sort of New York accent in one of his shticks. So let's hear him. This is how David would sound like if he's, you know, shouting.
Hey, did you see that guy? He just snapped. He was walking along and just went nuts through that tree. Look, he's still doing it. I don't know what happened to him. It's the same thing when a little bee starts chasing you around. Nobody sees the bee, they just see you, you know, just trying to brush it. Oh. People off in the distance. Hey, is that guy waving to us? Hey, how you doing? No! Ah!
Ha! Oh gosh. Alright, who's next? Blue. Okay, Blue is a challenge because, well, I don't know, because I don't really want Blue to sound so deep and melancholy all the time. I mean, she has a different range of emotions. I mean, she's not sad all the time. But with this voice actress, you know, it kind of sounds like she's sad all the time. But I do like the voice, and I do imagine Blue to have this voice. So yeah. Anyway, here's Blue's voice.
I wonder if this cloud does anything. The other students laugh at me. They call me retarded hair guy. How can I attain such hair that is so desired in our fruited land of action? Look here, Catman. You're little more than an obstacle placed in my path by the evil Quathio, my ever-present and demonic enemy bent on destroying the world. While I am just a modest youth with a competitive spirit. That man in the cat suit was going to be cleaning himself forever. There'll be more cats. More men in cat suits.
Retarded hair guy. I almost wish they said girl instead of guy. That would be perfect. Because Blue's hair is kind of, you know, retarded. But it's cool. Okay, who is next? Jennifer. Jennifer is a weird one. Because I always imagine her to have some sort of nasally voice. A little bit like that, but nothing too annoying. I mean, she has to sound like a girl. But as soon as I heard this one girl from a Goofy movie, I just knew that had to be Jennifer. Or Jennifer has to sound just like her. So the girl in the Goofy movie has a very small role. I think she's a Roxanne's friend. But she's like, you know, she's giving a speech, and that speech is very short. So, pretend this is Jennifer giving a speech. This is how she sounds like.
As student body president, I just want to say, like, yay to all of us for a really neat year. And also that I hope you can all attend my totally amazing end-of-school party next Saturday to watch the Caroline concert live on pay-per-view. Thank you very much. And now, without further ado, Principal Mazer.
Oh gosh. Okay, who's next? Ashley. Ashley is I want her to have a sultry voice. I want her to sound like a young woman. I mean, yeah, a young woman. And I think I've found the perfect voice for her. Same anime as Jane's voice actress. She is voiced by this one girl, the very busty woman from Abenobashi. And yeah, this is Ashley's voice. Let's give a listen.
I won't let you take one step past this point. So you insist on trying to get past me. You'll never make it past me. There's also a yellow snake. Oh God, not snails! They're icky!
Perfecto. That is perfect for Ashley. Like, oh my gosh. Chris, you know, one of the West End girls, and same anime, Abenobashi, but this girl, you know, she has a high-pitched voice, and I do imagine Chris to have a high-pitched voice and all that. So, yeah, this is Chris's voice, and let's give a listen.
Feast your eyes on this! State your post, soldier.
I just said it.
State your post. Good work. Report that to division headquarters immediately.
You're sending me, ma'am?
You're damn right I am. Now go!
Yes, ma'am!
Alright. Nice voice, Chris. You know, I want that same voice actress to voice Kelsey, one of Maria's friends, who we haven't officially met yet. The orange-haired girl, I just say that. I mean, she the same voice actress who voiced that one chick from Awadabashi, who will voice Chris, also voiced Amy from Case Closed. So that's always a good thing. That's good. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, one more character. That is, well, actually this is coming out as random. Is Captain Starla, who is one of the bad guys in J&T. Okay, I know you probably thought I was gonna say Cassidy, but Cassidy's voice is strange. I don't know. I kind of imagine her to sound like Misty from Pokemon, but we all know how Misty sounds like. You know, Misty with a slight, who can speak French clearly, and all that. Or maybe that one girl Melody from Pokemon 2000. I mean, that's basically Cassidy's main inspiration there, with the whole design. But yeah, I kind of imagine Cassidy to sound like Misty or Melody, whoever. I'll pick whoever. But with Captain Starla, if you don't know who she is the girl with the stars on her cheeks, wearing the top hat, and she's like ringleader or something like that. But as soon as I heard this voice in this certain show, I just knew this is Captain Starla. So here we go.
Hey, what are you all doing here? You shouldn't be here if you don't belong to any club. What's that? I don't need to answer that, little girl. Having a hobby is nice, but why can't you do something healthier, girls? That's ridiculous.
We're gonna have to give that voice actress some acting lessons, but if you can guess what show that's from, then bonus points for you. What can I say? Alright, so there we have it. Those are the J&T voices, how I imagine. Anyway, I mean, with other voices, with Cindy, I imagine her to sound like Rachel Moore from Case Closed. Again, with Case Closed, I imagine Kim to have the same voice actress as Ava Caden from Case Closed. And who else? Maria. I want Maria's voice actress to sound like a little kid. I want an actual little girl, or something like that. I know mostly adults can voice children, but I think I want Maria's voice actress to be an actual kid, an actual girl. But of course, I want her to act, but still, I think it's more authentic that way. I mean, I don't care about the other kids. They can be voiced by adults. I don't care. But Maria, she has to be a little kid. All right, we're almost halfway done with this podcast already. So, yeah, let's go with the next topic. Let's see here. Well, I was talking about my Jane picture, my Jane model sheet, and I have her wearing those that bra or something. And I was like, I was taking a risk. I just put the bra there for reference reasons. That's it. That's it. I swear. I'm not perving or anything like that. I'm professional. See? Yeah, I guess. I'm professional with that picture, with that model sheet. But I got a comment from one of the guys, or from one of my loyal followers. He's kind of new, but here we go. This is his question. I have a question. She's supposed to be 14, right? And as soon as I read that, I'm like, oh my god, not again. So I had to. So I answered honestly. I said, that is correct. Is there something wrong? And so he replied, no, nothing wrong. I'm just wondering, if she's 14, why does she have boobs that big? Smiley face. Is this the Sailor Moon universe or something? Because I've only seen one 14-year-old with boobs that big in real life. And then a little laugh icon. So, relieved, I said, well, drawing chesty girls is kind of a habit for me. I sometimes forget that I'm drawing a teenager, and I make them too curvy. And I get some hate for that. As for Jane, her boobs aren't supposed to be big, or small for that matter. She's a medium. No more than a C cup, I'd imagine. That's it. So, yeah, it's kind of weird for me to talk about my character's breasts and all that, but I don't know. I've been talking about this issue for for years, and I get so aggravated, especially with my mom and sister. Blame them for making my lady characters so curvy. Because when I first drew girls when I was really young, when I was like 14 or so, they were flat as a board, not just not the chest, but with their curves and all that. They had no curves. They had no hips. So they keep saying, you got to add hips to these girls, something like that. They look like boys. They look like little boys. And I just, okay. So I gave them hips. Looked at some references of actual women, and I'm like, putting curves on these girls. Even as young as 14, I had to. I mean, I just did that. Even though realistically, 14-year-old girls are not supposed to be so curvy like that. I mean, Cassidy's body is what you would imagine an actual 14-year-old to be, an average one. So, yeah, she's so petite and everything. So, yeah. What else was I gonna say? I mean, yeah, I've been drawing chesty girls for a long time. I mean, I don't mean anything bad from it. I mean, I remember I used to get a lot of hate for that in college when I showed all of my female classmates my drawings. They'd be like, "Why are your girls' boobs so big?" And I'm like, "There's only a few of them, just the West End girls and May and Lola and Lily's sister. That's it." So yeah, it's funny whenever these girls say every girl they say all my girls have huge breasts, and that's not true. I mean, they don't even bother to look at Cassidy or anything like that. That's why I want to get Cassidy into the limelight. I'm drawing her more often in the comics because I want people to see her and let them know that, hey, I'm not, busty girls isn't what is not. They're not driving this comic. The huge breasts are not the biggest thing in this in this comic or anything. It's the characters, and how they act and how they react to one another and all that. I mean, with the West End girls, sure, they may be busty, sure, they may be a little sexual, but it's their personalities that really, that's supposed to shine, I mean, of course, I can draw some fan service of the West End girls here and there for fun. But yeah, that's just for fun. I mean, you don't see a lot of fan service in the comic itself involving those girls. I mean, sure, I'll have them, but still. Ashley's supposed to be sexual, not because she has huge breasts, but it's because she's vain. That's it. Because she's vain and she's more confident in herself. And, Jennifer is not like that at all. She's like, whatever, I hate my boobs. I want a breast reduction, but I don't want to get plastic surgery because I don't want to end up like my mom. So, yeah. What else was I going to say about this? I had a whole speech ready. When I was thinking about what I'm going to say earlier this week, I wasn't this calm. I was like talking out loud, when I was alone and all that, talking out loud, preparing my speech, and I sounded angry. I sounded frustrated because I'm sick and tired of this, the shite. People saying that I'm some sort of bad guy because I draw this. It's not true. I mean, when girls see this, or when most people, I should say, see this, they'll assume that, that's my ideal woman right there, huge breasts. That's not true at all. Because I don't care if I were to have a girlfriend, or a future wife, a woman who I fall in love with. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman who I can get along with, who likes the same things I do, who I am comfortable with, who's a great person, a very nice person, a very respectable person, and I don't care how her body looks like. This is fiction, people. Fiction. And speaking of which, it's funny how my mom and sister are like saying that I got to put more girls with different body types in the comics, and that's okay. I can understand that. In fact, when I design new characters right now, I'm designing them with different body types, and all that jazz. It's been a while since I designed a new female character with huge breasts. I'm telling you, the reason why the West End girls have huge breasts is because they're old. They're old characters, and that was a thing that I was into back then when I was a teenager. They're old characters, and me, I'm kind of conservative with my character designs. I don't want to change them. I mean, sure, they can change slightly, but I don't. Reducing the breasts of the West End girls is like a sin. You don't do that because it doesn't make sense. That's what they're known for. But on the other hand, earlier this week I kind of redesigned Carla, Blue's cousin. I mean, you may have seen old pictures of Carla. I mean, she's the girl with the black hair, the black pigtails, and the green eyeshadow. Originally she was supposed to have big fake breasts, but earlier this week I kind of changed that. I made her have smaller boobs, small real boobs, because since Carla's supposed to be a promiscuous character, having her with huge boobs is just overkill. I redesigned her. I gave her new clothes and smaller breasts, and to be honest, she looks a lot cooler like that. And having that, she is not much of a distraction. Her boobs are not much of a distraction, and you pay more attention to her eyes. I mean, if you look at her eyes, they're very different from my other characters, and that plays a major role in that episode when we get to see her. Okay. So, boobs rant. Done and done. I mean, there are plenty of other people who draw boobs and all that. Huge breasts on their characters. I mean, there are plenty of guys on DeviantArt who draw boobs on their girl characters who are like bigger than them, bigger than their whole body or something like that, and that's freaky. That's freaky for me, At least I keep mine realistic, a realistic proportion, I guess. I mean, Ashley's body type is an actual body type. I'm not gonna say who I referenced Ashley's body from, but But yeah, all these weird people on DeviantArt wearing, drawing those gigantic breasts. I mean, I'm talking about the ridiculously gigantic breasts. But yeah, I shouldn't call them weird or anything like that, because I support artistic freedom. No matter what you draw, you're more than welcome to draw it, because this is America, and in America you have the freedom of expression. That's what it is. Freedom of expression. You're allowed to draw whatever you want. I mean, it depends. You can draw whatever you want as long as you're responsible with it. I mean, you can't draw a naked woman, an indecent naked woman, and just post it out in public, where the kids can see. You don't want to do that. Instead, just draw up some hentai and post it up on Hentai Foundry or something like that, or make your own not safe for work blog or something like that. I mean, that's what I do. But yeah. Anyway, one deviant artist who is awesome, who is not weird, who draws girls with huge breasts is Omac. Omac from DeviantArt. I love his work. He's a very cool guy. I like him. He's not one of the weirdos. I'm just trying to apologize. But he actually submitted a question to me. So I can answer this in the podcast. So here we go. Omac has asked, if you could make J&T into an animation, and what would it be? 3D animation or 2D animation? And what story would you use for the animation? Will it be one of your comics, or would you write a whole new story? I suppose it's like a movie, like a J&T movie. Let's see here. That's interesting. Well, first of all, it would have to be 2D animation, because the characters just look great in traditional 2D animation. What kind of story would I use? I don't know. I had many ideas for a Jeff and Taylor story, or Jeff and Taylor movie, what the plot would be. But let's see here. I don't know if a animated series was not established, and if it was just a comic and then an animated movie, that would be hard. A lot of eager fans would be waiting to see which character would make the cut in the movie. But I'm like thinking, okay, I'm showing this movie to the fans and a whole bunch of brand new people who have never heard of Jeff and Taylor before. So I gotta introduce them to the main characters. I mean, Jeff, Taylor, Cindy, David, and Maria are a given. They are there. They have to be in the movie. Let's see here. I was thinking about like a little road trip movie. It involves the 5 main characters along with Taylor's family, his mom, his sister, and his two brothers, and they face some sort of bad guy. I think I'm gonna have maybe Captain Starla in there, in some sort of resort, something like that, and that's it. I mean, of course Kim will be there, but she'll probably have a small role. But that's it. That's a good way to start it off. So yeah, no Blue, no Jane, no West End girls. Sorry, that's how I imagine things to go. There's another plot that I want for a movie. But what was it? I don't know whether to make the movie taking place after J&T, after the series, before the series, or during the series. Because yeah, if it was before the series, it could be anything, like Jeff and Taylor has kids or something like that. But if it was before, then it's guaranteed we won't see Jane, Blue, or West End girls. But if it was after, then we could have Jeff's parents getting in the action, and all that. So that could be fun. Actually, no, they're not fun at all. Jeff's parents. So yeah, that's a very nice question. I like it, and Omac, he's so awesome. He actually wrote. I actually replied back to him, and then he wrote back to me I hope you get your table at the Comic-Con, and I look forward to your next video or podcast. I know it's tough working for your dad and not living your dream of drawing full-time, but don't give up. You have a lot of young fans that look up to you. Your work brings joy to their lives, and that's something to be proud of. Yeah, so that is something. I gotta be honest, guys. I mean, sometimes I take what I have for granted, and I gotta sit back and realize that I wasn't like this back in 5 years ago. Nobody knew who I was 5 years ago. I mean, this Tuesday would be my 5th anniversary of debuting on YouTube. Is it? No, I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Oops. Yeah, October 9th, 2008 is when I debuted on YouTube for the first time. And my gosh, I used to get so freaking excited when I had 5 views. But yeah, hopefully that'll, I don't know. But right now I get like, on average, like 300 views per video. That's like awesome. So yeah, and I got a fan base. Even though we're small, we are humble, we're modest, and we're honest. So yeah, no fakers here, you know. All you guys are genuine fans of J&T. That's counting the subscribers, you know, and the Facebook people who actually have Facebook accounts. Just imagine, I'm pretty sure there are some people out there who watch me every day or all the time who don't have YouTube accounts. And yeah, who don't bother to comment. You know, people who have YouTube accounts but watch me all the time but don't bother to comment. You know, you guys are awesome too. You're very awesome, and I thank you for that. I thank you for putting up with my shite, and you know, putting up, being so patient with episode 9. I love you guys for that. I mean, sure, there are some like one guy out there who's like being rude about it. But still, episode 9 will come. Don't you worry. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna try my hardest next year, 2014, to make it the best year of my life. Okay, this isn't the end of the podcast. Okay, but I'm sorry. I make it sound like it is. You know, I mean, I mostly have the very sappy speech at the end or something like that. But yeah. I'm usually, you know, my fans, they're very honest. You know, some of you guys out there are very honest with your critiques, you know, making me, you want me to get better with my art and my stories, you know, yeah, especially with, who else? Who is my best? Oh yeah, J Series Art, you are my best critic, man. You are my best critic. I love you, man. Yeah, I'm not. To be honest, I used to be kind of very sensitive when it comes to critiques and all that. When people point out my flaws, but now I'm getting used to it. You know, it's just whatever. Yeah, but you know, I don't want to be like Tom Preston. You know. Speaking of which, he is the next topic. Tom Preston. Tom freaking Preston. Actually, his real name is Andrew Dobson. Yeah, he is a cartoonist who many people like and hate. So let's see if I can, yeah. I actually favored a lot of his stuff on DeviantArt, like one of his drawings that I just favorited, Multipass, which is just a little, it's a big reference to the movie The Fifth Element. You know, that, you know, Fifth Element fan art. But yeah, to be honest, guys, I'm kind of neutral with the whole Tom Preston fiasco. You know, Andrew Dobson, whatever. I'm just gonna call him Tom Preston. Sorry. But yeah, there's this Tumblr page that's all against him, or pretty much makes fun of him. So that's like, oh, hopefully that doesn't happen to me. But yeah, the main reason why people don't like Andrew Dobson is because he doesn't take critiques seriously. Actually, he takes them way too seriously. He thinks that they're personal attacks and all that. So he winds up blocking people just because of that. and he would get very, I don't know what the word is, but if somebody I don't know, I think it's defensive. He gets very defensive when somebody points out something over dramatic. Yeah, I think that's it. Because one of his controversial strips is complaining about the new character design of this one girl in the new Metal Gear Solid game. I think her name is Quiet. I mean, she's wearing a bikini, a bikini with some desert and stuff. Because Hideo Kojima, he likes to make some pervy stuff here and there. I can relate. But yeah, personally, I see no problem with that costume. But Tom Preston, he definitely sees a problem. So much that he makes a whole comic strip about it. And he screams in the last panel, "Stop doing sexist crap." And people are like giving him crap about that because it's just a character. There's nothing wrong with it. Hideo Kojima can do whatever he wants, man. Still, I'm very neutral with this thing. But he says, "Wow, I'm not expecting this much backlash over this comic. Yikes." I don't know. He's like very defensive about his stuff. But yeah. But in my whole honest, humble opinion, Andrew Dobson, Tom Preston, is... I think he's a good guy. I want to meet him in real life. I want to have a beer with him. We can talk about politics. Talk about cartoons. Talk about animation and all that. And to be honest, guys, a lot of his critics say that he hasn't improved in like a very long time. And that I have to disagree with that. I mean, his cartooning work and his line work actually improved dramatically ever since the very early days of So You're a Cartoonist. That's his little name of the comic strip. But yeah, he now draws himself as a blue bear for some reason, and that's okay with me. I still draw him as a human. Yeah. I really doubt he's listening to this because I'm small time compared to Tom Preston. But still, I am making Tom Preston a little cameo character in JNT. Hopefully he won't mind. I hope he won't mind, unless I might get a lawsuit or something like that. But even if I do get a lawsuit, even if he does sue me, I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Tom Preston is suing me." I feel so honored. It's like, if we get to meet in court together, I'll be like, "Holy crap, Tom Preston, nice to meet you." That's my attitude when I get sued. I never gotten sued before, but that'll be my attitude. We can take it up in the Fairbanks courthouse. It's been a long time since I've been there. So, Tom Preston, if you do decide to sue me for actually putting you in my comic, then let's take it up in the Fairbanks courthouse. We can meet Judge Murphy. Okay, but yeah, Tom Preston is a good guy in my opinion. He has improved. Now, sure, he needs a little attitude adjustment here and there, but overall, I don't see how this guy is despicable or something like that. I mean, there are worse people out there in the world, and you don't need to waste your time actually making fun of Tom Preston. I mean, I guess I kind of did in this one quickie. I mean, when he met David along with Nintendo Capri Sun, he's like, "Yeah, that guy had a little inflated attitude, inflated ego or something like that." But that's a little reference to what he used to draw, I mean, I'm not gonna hold it against him. We all have personal demons, man. It's like, I don't know if I should tell you this, but Andrew used to draw some pretty sexual stuff back in the day, like a long time ago, and he had a pseudonym, but he was disguising himself as a girl or something like that, and he has this little, I guess you could say, fetish of inflating certain body parts. I mean, to ridiculous amounts of helium in those body parts. So still, I'm not into those. I'm not into that thing. But still, I'm not gonna call him sick over that, because I used to draw porn too. I used to draw porn. I mean, I would draw a nude pinup right now, but I won't show it to anybody. You know, I only show it to what I said in like in those hentai websites or something like that. But still, you know, it's really tough to actually get that out of your system. You know, he doesn't draw that stuff anymore. He's trying to go redeem himself. I think he's trying to redeem himself by doing this anti-sexism rants and all that. But still, you know, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. There are lots of people who draw worse stuff. You know, like assassinating the president or something like that, and call that art. I mean, like I said, they're welcome to do that. We have freedom of expression, but at the same time, you got to be responsible with your art. You know, Tom Preston. Thanks for everything. That's a little reference to Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. It's a movie involving Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and what else? Who else? Wesley Snipes. Those three men are drag queens in that movie. Yes, you get to see Patrick Swayze and holy man, Wesley Snipes dressed as ladies. Oh my goodness! I remember that was the first movie I saw in the movie theater. I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, but that was the name of the movie too. Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. I think. So yeah, it's a very awkward movie, but yeah. Okay, we have like what, 10 minutes left? 10 minutes left. Let's see here. Yeah. You know, if Tom Preston can change, you know, I think he can change. Very gradually, he's changing. You know, it's just many of us change in different rates. Especially me, you know. I have changed dramatically in the last couple years. Mostly with my attitude. My attitude, boy, I tell you. With my old Facebook account, it was terrible. I'm telling you. In my old Facebook account, I have, I named myself, you know, Jeff Mojica. That's how everybody knows me. I mean, I have a current Facebook account now, which is Jose F. Mojica. But, boy, I have quit this Jeff Mojica account for, I don't know, ever since April. And, boy, now that I'm looking at at my past posts, I was such a self-righteous, disgusting-minded, little pig. I'm telling you, I didn't like my attitude back then. I mean, this was the time when you knew me in my YouTube days, early YouTube days, but goodness, this was when I was like, what, 19, 20? Yeah, I think I had this when I was 20 years old or something like that. But yeah, from the ages 20 to 21 or 22, I was really immature. My attitude changed. So, for fun, I'm going to read some of my most infamous Facebook account status updates. So yeah, some of these are very funny, and some of these are very sad. Sad as in pathetic. You know? Okay. Okay, here's the first one. From November 29th, 2009. I cannot believe I posted this where everybody can see, my friends and family. Jeez. Okay, here we go. I'm hearing the same couple from a week ago having sex above me. I would file a noise complaint, but it's fun listening. Sounds like she's enjoying it. LOL. Gosh, it's like so stupid of me to actually post that stuff. I mean, you can have your own opinions on people making loud noises, but geez, was I overly honest with that? And so one of my friends actually replied to that. Wow, Jeff, that's really perverted of you. Why are you listening on their sex anyways? And then I replied back, come on, you would do the same. And then another guy, we're all on floor laughing. And then another girl says, wow, that does sound kind of pervy. My upstairs neighbors were having loud screamer sex at 1 a.m. for a while too, but I think they moved away. And then my friend Alexis says, I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. Be honest, people, you know you want to hear that too. Me, on the other hand, I would be... Oh, but I don't want to read the rest. Okay. And then Tanika one of my other friends says, "Wow, that's weird." I don't know if she's referring to me or the couple, but Jesus Christ. Next status. Okay. November 15th, 2010. I said, "Why do people say that my female characters look like guys? Look, I know it's normal for a person to suck at drawing the opposite sex, but give me a break. What do I have to draw on my female characters' faces and heads? As if eyelashes, colored pupils, and girly hair isn't enough." So this one guy, Chris, replied, "I never had any problem telling the difference, especially since you seem to unfailingly give them rather bountiful bosoms." Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for, throwing fuel in the fire. Oh yeah, here's another self-righteous status update. September 25th, 2010. Watching Victorious and Big Time Rush makes me want to punch somebody. Get that crap off the air. And then the only reply was Nickelodeon. So I gotta be honest, guys. Right now I don't care about Nickelodeon right now. I mean, people can watch Victorious, Big Time Rush, Naked Brothers Band. All those shows that I don't like. You're welcome to like it too. It doesn't mean you're stupid. We just have different tastes. I used to hate on Drake and Josh, but now I think it's a good show. I like it. Of course, Kenan and Kel is a superior show, but I still like Drake and Josh. Even though Megan's a little bitch. Next status. Oh boy, this is one of those sad ones. Those sad, pathetic ones. I have a picture of... There's a picture of my grandpa who passed away. It's sad because he's looking at me all sad. He looks like he's disappointed or something, because I made this as my status update. Given my... this was back in June 12th, 2010. And I said, given my looks, personality, and career choice, I'm gonna die a lonely old man. But that's okay. I can live with that. Okay, so that was a bummer. But, I had some replies by some loyal friends saying that, hey, I'm actually good looking and all that. Even Jade replied to that. She said, honestly, I am not a bad looking guy. So that's cool. It's cool that she thinks I'm good looking. Okay. Next status. I gotta tell this, but along with these stupid updates, I always made these random status updates too, like "Homie, don't play that," and what else? I would also quote stuff from movies and music just for no reason. Right now, I don't do that anymore. In fact, I practically update my status on my current Facebook account like once a week, or when something really big happens. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, February 8th, 2011. Okay, this status right here. I didn't mean any harm from it. I thought it was funny, but I think people took it the wrong way. And reading this, I can see why. Nobody responded to this, but let's see. Let's read it. Does it make me a bad person if I'm in love with a Chinese zombie? I think not. I'm only bad if I command her to throw deadly spikes balls at you, or make her summon giant knives out of the ground. I'll be so lucky to have a woman like her. Haha. Oh gosh. It took me a while. It didn't take me until now to realize, oh, I'll be so lucky to have a woman like her to throw deadly things at you. Jeez. This is back, the Chinese zombie. I was referring to Shenko from Darkstalkers. Or, yeah, you may know her. Yeah, she's one of my most favorite video game gals. I think she's cute. But yeah, I don't want her to harm anybody. Or anything like that. Please, I just want her to kick ass in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Okay, well, this isn't a status update, but this is a very weird thing that I got in Facebook by this one former fan, I should say, by the name of Saul. I'll just say that. But he said in my Facebook account, Jeff, you're evil. You're in Illuminati. Mean face. In one of your vids, one of your characters makes the sign. You're evil. And then I'm like, wait, what? What video? What sign are you talking about? And then he replied, in the vid called My Studio at Home, one of your characters makes a pyramid with her hands. That's devil worship. Don't ever do that again unless you don't want to go to hell. Don't do it. I'm not kidding. Start believing in God and buy a Bible. And I'm like, oh gosh. Rolling my eyes at this. I mean, I believe in God, but geez, you're taking it way too seriously, dude. He didn't even bother to capitalize the G in God. So, who are you to say that you believe in God? Sorry. Okay. And then I replied, very professionally, I saw the video. Was the picture of two girls in front of a house? One blonde and the other had black hair? I remember that picture from high school. That girl did a pyramid symbol because she is a villain. Both of those girls are part of a sorority cult. Look, Saul, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I pray to Him. If I known that was bad, if I known that was a bad symbol, I would not have done it in the first place. And now I will never draw it again. Thanks for letting me know, and I hope you understand. And he said, oh, good. Alright, good. Didn't mean to scare you. God bless you. And then I'm like, okay, it's okay. I was scared a bit, but I forgive you. Have a blessed day. And then he replied, thanks, Jeff. I'm now a bigger fan. And then all of a sudden, here comes Ruval Fernandez replying to Saul, you don't have to confuse the situation, Saul. And then Saul says, what? Who are you? And that's the end. That's it. But yeah, that was a whole weird thing that happened. I mean, it's comments like that make me all nervous, but at the same time I'm like, okay, this is weird. Whatever, kid. I swear, there's another status update that I had here that's so funny, but I can't find it. We're almost at an hour. Okay, I got my Christmas shopping done. And I'm just, these are the kind of things I used to write on my stupid Facebook account. I think I'm gonna I want to delete it, but I don't know how to delete it. But so I'm just gonna deactivate it. That's what I should do. Okay, but I can't find that stupid status update. I mean, I saw this one status update that explained a little. What is it? What was it? It was no, it was a dream. Yeah, a dream I had involving Fry and Bender and from Futurama, and we were on an airship or something like that, and then we crashed. I don't know. But that was a cool dream. I just got reminded of that on Facebook. Reading this stuff. But yeah, all this stuff, I can't find it. Could have sworn it was in Could have sworn it was in 09 or 10, 2010. But nah, can't find it. This weekend will cut my head off. Yeah. I know Facebook has a whole bunch of drama going on, but you know, I was gonna say, man, I was so pretentious back then. But you know, Facebook is all pretentious. You know, I don't post what I ate or anything like that, or post like I just got a platinum trophy for Uncharted 2. Nah, that's not it. Still, I can't find it. Can't find it, man. Oh gosh. I don't know. I'll probably edit it in post or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I don't find it, then I don't find it. But yeah. If I find it, I'll just splice it in here. Oh yeah, here's another stupid update for no reason. I love hentai. I'm like, oh my gosh, why would anybody want to know that? I know. I said that I'm a hentai man. Just like David. He's a hentai man. But that's just pathetic, yo. That's just pathetic. Oh yeah, September 29th, 2009. This was the beginning of a very bad period of my life. I should say, this is just a status. I feel upset today. Woke up crappy, had awkward moments with my friend, and I heard stuff that made me question my life. Sad face. Mostly it's just, why do I talk to myself and all that? I don't talk to myself, really. I just think out loud. Because when I imagine some things, I just think out loud. I act out scenes to myself. That's what I do. Oh, here's another sad thing I wrote. It amazes me how much of a boring person I am compared to the rest of my classmates. That's it. Oof. That's sad, yo. I could have sworn that one picture, that one status is in 2011. It has to be in 2011. I'm not giving up until I find it. I don't know why I haven't stopped. I mean, I have nothing else on the agenda. I mean, I'm a little over an hour, but if I don't find it now, if I don't find it within the next 3 minutes, I will be gone. I will say goodbye, and you'll probably hear it in a splice or something like that. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this podcast, guys, especially with the voices. That was fun. Captain Starlight, work on your acting. Yeah. Let's see here. Big announcement. What's the big announcement? Big announcement. This Friday. Me, Fairbanks. 2 weeks. Pfft. Who cares? Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, this dream. Okay, November 13th, 2011. I had a terrible dream that I got shot by a disgruntled Japanese teenager at the mall. That's so awesome. But everybody's disgruntled for a reason, especially now since the government's taking a break. Because of stupid reasons. Has to be on February 2011. Come on, man. Come on. I remembered. I was complaining about my classmates, something like that. It was kind of funny, the whole thing. Was it in March? Has to be. I can't find it. I should have wrote this down when I first saw it, Oh yeah, here's something. Here's another status of me complaining about girls. My relationship with women. I'm either a good friend or an inanimate object that they avoid bumping into. Yeah, of course. I can't believe it. I can't find it. I don't know if I'm too lazy to find it now. I give up. Trying to find it. If I find it, then I'll splice it in. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this podcast of the fourth episode of fourth podcast episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had some fun. I know you. I don't know. It's fun to make these podcasts, man. But I'm just doing this once a month thing. Oh yeah, I do have a coworker now named Tyler. He is he's like our youngest employee. He's like he's gonna be 16 years old, but I think he's gonna have his own YouTube channel this month. So he's going to do a whole bunch of random videos and all that. So hopefully I'm going to have him be a guest on one of my future podcasts. So there you have it. And I'm going to promote his channel too. So without further ado, I present to you goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. And I'll see you next time. my next video, I know I said I'm gonna do that one cartooning class video thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it 1 hour, because that's kind of overkill. I mean, I can talk like this for 1 hour because, you know, I don't care how I look like. You know, I could make a podcast and with messy hair and a whole and my beard all not shaved or anything like that. You wouldn't know how I look like, because that's the magic of this podcast stuff. But you know, with me actually looking, being in on camera, which I'm trying not to do in this channel, which, you know, that's the focus is on JNT, not me, not my stupid face. And I'm only joking when I say stupid face. I'm not that bad looking. I mean, if Jade says I'm good looking, then I'm good looking. You know she's honest. So, yeah. An hour and 8 minutes. I see you guys later. I'll see you guys in November. JFM out. Okay. Goodbye, guys.